If you are a student of the Nigerian political scenery, or you've been following our political voyage, especially since the return to democracy in 1999, you will know that every political battle actually ends at the behest of two things. Number one is negotiation table, and then number two is a benefactor, right? Negotiation table shared, of course, Harold Laswell in his book Politics, he defined politics as who gets what, when, and how, right? So that's the hallmark of politics everywhere in the world, though. But you see, in Nigeria, the conceptualization of battles is for the benefit of, so they can come to a political table and say, okay, you have this ministry, you have this term, and all that, and then at some point somebody benefits. And there are several sceneries or scenarios to a lot of these things, and then that's for my friends. I used to say, you do not want to contest what Kazim Shettima did to earn the right of becoming Nigerian vice president at a very critical time in our nation's history, where Christians were being seen to be oppressed and where there was more religious wars than ever. Yet the party, the APC, picked him to be the vice presidential candidate, which of course right now is the vice president. What would he have done? What battles did he fight? Who used him as a collateral damage? How did he merit it? And then you would have gone back to several years ago when this man single-handedly refused the, I can't say instructional because that was the Minister of State, the advice and counsel of a Minister of State for Education being Barrister Nyesom Wike. Unfortunately, both of them are in the same camp now. But it is that yet to know. Barrister Nyesom Wike had written a letter in his capacity as Minister of State for Education to Kazim Shettima, was then governor of Borno State, not to have the West African Senior School Certificate Examination WASC written at the Chibok Secondary School. And in April 2014, 276 girls were kidnapped on the first day of that examination. And that particular thing became one of the downtimes of the Golokebele Jonathan's government. Use your tongue to count your teeth. And so when we were shouting Muslim tickets and nobody cared, somebody benefited that. It's okay. Now, there have been several other battles, and there are several other reasons, right? Amechi, that same political season, Amechi, Sule Lamido, and a couple of other, 5 of them left the new PDP and agreed with Buhari, friends with Tinubu, to merge to creating APC at that time, to take over the government from Golokebele Jonathan. Atiku joined, so to speak. Right now, Nyesom Wike, in that same character and order, had 5 governors, but this time they did not decamp officially. They worked against. So you see, every battle gets a benefactor, and guess today, Nyesom Wike is a serving minister. We benefited from it. So the Tinubu and Atiku crisis or drama, so whatever you want to look at it from. Some of you say it's drama because it's going nowhere. Like Tinubu's lawyer said, it's fishing expedition, so to speak. There's a benefactor to this project, and that's what we begin to concentrate on. And that's I think deeper than most of you think, right? I'm not trying to brag, but sometimes I don't look at things from surface value. That's why I can take out my time without a video addition, put the camera before my face and talk for 10 minutes, because it's deeper than it is. For plus and minus my background in this particular environment, I've also been around enough to understand a couple of things. If you want to know, want to hear from my candid opinion, candidly, there's no drama that will happen on the Supreme Court. I've established that in several videos now. The Supreme Court, as a court of appellant jurisdiction, being an appellant court in this particular presidential election matter, may, by substantive rule, or should not be seen admitting new evidences. But there are some very, very exceptional cases where the Supreme Court can, and there are several. I've listed a lot for you. If there was an administrative delay, there was no time to have adopted it in trial court, or if it would cause miscarriage of justice if it doesn't, and all that. So all that can happen. So I know, but the Supreme Court still has the powers to determine whether or not they want to have that particular evidence admitted. So I can tell you for free, it will not matter. Supreme Court, I'm not sure we have got a justice system in this country that will have the infantry and the guts enough to sack a sitting president. But it doesn't mean that the president is right or won the election or is not guilty of the accusations. It's just that the judiciary has not grown enough. We've grown enough to sacking governors. Of course, look at what happened to the former Senate president. He didn't contest the primary election. Why be the Senate president right now? So you saw this drama we're already on, and negotiations were on the table, and that's how a court could wake up and said, "Oh, okay, this." Where did that come from? Where's that judgment from? But you are seeing before your eyes right now, right? I'm sure to have questioned Ahmed Lawan and said, "Okay, continue with this. We're going to send you back to," and all that, right? So somebody who is going to benefit from this particular, I'm thinking deeply, benefit from this particular crisis is someone who do not want Tinubu to recontest the 2027 elections. I can tell you for free. There is somebody in Tinubu's camp, or maybe it's Atiku himself, who wants a negotiation to say, I can pull away from this conversation. Give me 2027. Or there's somebody in Tinubu camp who is persistently sponsoring this so that he will not be a benefactor. Because the truth is, this may not stop whatever is happening right now, but it can have its impact in the 2027 elections. Trust me, because it's going to be quite difficult. That all this, a lot of the things that are going to hear in the Supreme Court is that pre-election matter. Oh, the judge have vetted the pre-election and all that. It means that in 2027 there will not be pre-election indeed. And so whatever documents or evidence are available now will not be used to hunt. And sometimes, if the evidence are becoming overwhelming, the president may want to have an upper hand in negotiation, can decide not to run and anoint somebody. Of course, he has fulfilled his dream as the president. Anoint somebody to run, right? At that time, somebody will benefit it. Tinubu is a master strategist, but I'm telling him, let him see this video. There's somebody around him that is feeling this battle. Or there is something that Atiku wants. Of course, you should have heard before now that Atiku has been called by various persons. APC people are saying forget about it, people are saying quiet and all that. It happens. Whatever Kazim Shettima did to have earned the right to be VP in 2023 after several years, Atiku can also benefit it. Or there's somebody that can be able to say, "Now I want to talk to Atiku, but this is what I want." And you want to argue with me? Why was El-Rufai not picked? What level of security discovery was made on El-Rufai? And he walked away. So you had security. I see in this country, guess what is one. Okay. So you have some level of security information about somebody that was serious enough to be a national threat that would not qualify him to be minister, and then he walked away freely. Of course, El-Rufai has not hidden his agenda to also want it to lead this country. And the cabal around Bola Tinubu already understand that giving him a chance to be in his government will be dangerous, because some of these guys also want to have control of government and decisions. El-Rufai, as a governor, was able to tell a city vice president that you're a common commissioner. That's some level of guts and powers beyond the peripheries of I'm talking too much. It's like some of you will not even get this. Tinubu, watch your back. There are people around you that is benefiting from this crisis. So just look around. We'll look out for a brother. And you may not know. They call it the master strategist, but you may not know this. Save this video and share it. In 2027, these things will play out. I expect a miracle to happen at the Supreme Court. I expect something to happen at the Supreme Court. If it happens, it will be a miracle. But trust me, this game is for 2027. I'll catch you later.